for watching.
Okay, this trip starts now. I'm in the Uber on the way to the marina, and weather looks good. It's a little cloudy outside. Boy, did I feel that Florida heat when I walked out of the airport. But we're on our way. Hello sailors, my name's Andy and this is my wife Misty. A few years ago we bought an old neglected sailboat for $3,500 and I've been working on it ever since. I literally learned how to sail on YouTube, but later we both took some lessons. I used to think that sailing was only for rich people. It's not. I used to also think that you had to sail around the world to have fun. You don't. Click subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and join us, and we'll show you how much fun you can have coastal cruising on a cheap sailboat. Welcome to Sailing Soleil. Okay, we're here in Stuart, Florida. I'm here to meet Fred, Captain Sput. This is Pirate Cove Marina in Stuart, Florida. Look who that is.
What's up, brother?
What is going on, my man? The D looks good.
The D looks good.
The D's looking good.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man, there's a dinghy dock. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I sent you the...
Where do you want me to go? You want me to go somewhere?
This is fine. You're here now.
All right.
Yeah.
Put it there real quick, brother.
What's up, man?
What is going on, man?
It's
So good to finally see you in person.
Oh my God.
This is a great experience for me, man. Never been on the East Coast sailing, so
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to this.
All right.
How you doing?
All right.
There she is, validated. Hey, Nick. Look at that beauty. Before we take off, do
Yes,
a
sir.
quick little walkthrough with the GoPro through this
absolutely.
beautiful Island Packet 44.
Yes,
Sput-
sir.
Sput's filling up the freezer with ice.
Ice box.
Ice box.
Used to be a freezer. Now it's just an ice box.
This is the aft cabin here. Big old head and shower. Now that's a nav station. Look at that. The galley. Salon. And the V-berth with lots of storage. Look at this. And this must be another head. There we go. And another shower.
Make yourselves comfortable. This is gonna be a fun trip, but let's, first, safety is first, always. You're grown men, but at night, please tether in.
As any good captain would, Sput went on to tell us about the safety features of his boat, show us the bilge pumps, how to deploy the life raft, and anything that was crucial for us to understand about the boat before we headed out. All right, we're underway. Captain Sput said 15:10. We just dropped the mooring ball, and we're gonna go find some water and then head out offshore. Your bow's coming in.
Right, and the stern's going out.
So this is it. We're pulling off, and we're heading out of the inlet. Plan is to go offshore. So we'll be back. Might find a leftover package down there.
It smells like Colombia.
So this is the St. Lucie River.
I believe, yes, St. Lucie River.
St. Lucie River, and this is part of the ICW. We're coming out, and that's a real shoal area. It's really shallow. So Sput said that the Coast Guard keeps the buoys updated, so just follow the buoys and we should be okay. And we believe we're at high tide right now, so that's helping. And we are making our exit. So that's the ICW there where that sailboat is.
Yes.
And this is the outlet. We're going out to the ocean So if you were to continue that way, you'd be in the ICW. Okay, we're coming out of the outlet right now, or the inlet, outlet, whatever.
St. Lucie Inlet.
St. Lucie Inlet.
Yep.
Here's a quick view of the map showing where we came out from the St. Lucie Inlet from Stuart, Florida. Gonna head north. And I lost my hat. Didn't even make it 3 hours.
My shades didn't even make it out the end.
Bye, Felicia. Same way, Cap.
Raise the main.
Your slack's still coming out. You're good.
It's gonna be sporty because of that east wind. Oh, that's that.
They're doing all the heavy lifting. I'm just watching. Yeah, you got. I didn't see the bottom there. We still had scalloping in the main because the reef lines in the boom were actually separated and torn, and it hindered us from reefing and raising it completely. All right, we're sailing now, and I think we're doing about 7 knots. Got out of the inlet, and we're out headed to the Gulf Stream offshore. But I got a little hungry, so we're gonna make just some hot dogs in a pot. But went forward to check the anchor locker, make sure it's closed down.
Busy work, man. I love it. I just can't sit still.
There's always something to be done.
Always. 15 knots of wind. Now it's 9.5. Well, I guess we were surfing. 8.4. 15 knots of wind. We found the Gulf Stream.
8.5, 9 knots in 15 knots of wind. I'd say there's a current. I'm just kicking back in the cockpit, taking a little rest. Fred's holding it down. We got a beautiful sunset coming up. And we are just kicking some serious ass in the Gulf Stream right now. This guy just flew up in here, killed himself.
Oh, he's dead?
Well, almost. He's bleeding all over the place. All right, I'm just gonna do a little check-in. I'm starting my first night watch here on Validated, 10:04 p.m. And we're offshore in the Gulf Stream, and we're doing about 7 knots. And it's a little different than what I'm used to. I don't see any AIS targets or anything like that, which is a little bit of a surprise, but I also don't see any lights out here. So I can't say that the AIS is or isn't working. But yeah, everything is doing well. The boat's sailing really nice. It's really nice to not have to motor or anything. we got really good wind, about 10 to 14 knots of apparent wind, and like I said, we're doing really good speed. Look at that. You know, it's varying between 6 and sometimes gets up to 8 knots. So I'm finally back on watch, and Fred actually took one of my watches last night because I was super tired. Thank you, Fred. It's about 6:30 a.m. Making pretty good speed. We've been going for about 14 hours, and we've covered a little over 100 nautical miles. But we're doing 8.4 in the Gulf Stream here. Got it. So we're out here in the Gulf Stream. Today is the opposite of yesterday, and we do not have any wind. So been motoring most of the day today, hoping for some wind to come in. But it is a very, very beautiful day with very blue, crisp water. Man, I could really see just jumping in this water and taking a dip. Pretty sure that'd feel pretty good. But we are in the Gulf Stream, so I'm not sure how fast the current would be going. Looks like it's getting pretty tight.
Now make sure the reefing lines are free to run. Sometimes they get...
Sure. We got a pretty big scallop at the bottom. Very tight.
Which one is?
O'clock Monday evening, shift change coming on, so just gonna take over. Not much has changed. It's we've been motor sailing all day. We've got a ship here with a pretty close CPA of 0.46 nautical miles, and that's in about 17 minutes. So in a couple minutes, we're gonna just slow down. I mean, we'll be on his stern, but we're gonna slow down and let him get some speed to pass us up. So we're probably gonna do that right now, actually. Brought the head sail out just so we could see what we could do with 10 knots of wind. That's at about 45 degrees apparent, and we got to about 5.5 knots, settling between like 5.5 and 6 knots. So figured turn the motor back on, motor sail with the sails out. Now we're cooking. Look at that. 9.3, 9.2. Man, I didn't even get a shot of our food. Spud just made us a really nice dinner. Chicken, salad, and potatoes, a little bit of bread. That was delicious. Thank you, Spud. That was really good. And look at this. This is gorgeous. Okay, just checking in. It is 4:40 on Tuesday morning, 4:40 a.m. I'm about halfway through my watch, and we have covered 290 miles so far in about a day and 12 hours. And we're currently going 8 knots, 20, I can't tell, but 25 to 40 miles offshore, off the South Carolina coast right about now. And today, it almost didn't make it. Breakfast croissants. Thanks, Spud. It's delicious. Day 3 out on the water. Haven't seen land in 2 days. It'll have been 3 days. No land by the time we get there. We still got about 24 hours to go before we'll get to our newest destination. We were headed for Cape Hatteras, but we knew that we would likely pull in sooner. So we're gonna pull in Beaufort Inlet in North Carolina. And so far we've crossed the Florida state line to Georgia, crossed the Georgia state line to South Carolina, and I'm not sure if we've crossed into North Carolina yet, but that's the next little milestone anyway. But our current waypoint is the Beaufort Inlet in North Carolina. But the reason we're pulling in is there's supposed to be a low system coming in, low pressure system, and we're pulling in there to see if we need to just wait it out. But if it's going to take too long, then we'll just continue up the ICW to the Chesapeake Bay, I believe, or Norfolk. Yep, that's what we see. Water, 360 degrees. That's all we've been seeing. But man, I have to say the East Coast this time of year got us beat for weather. This is nice here. The water's like 75 degrees. Temperature's nice. Sunset for day 3. These are my sleeping quarters on this trip. Okay, day 3 night watch. It's about 9:46 p.m. and we're doing 7.4 knots, 92 nautical miles until our next waypoint, which will be the Beaufort Inlet in North Carolina. They've got me on their minds. Okay, so this is the start of day 4. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We've been motoring for 2.5 days now. Only good sailing was that first day. Boy, was that nice. But no complaints, you know, still nice to be out on the water.
Got the sail down.
Here she goes. Let her rip. Some container ships anchored out of the Beaufort Inlet, and we're coming in here. Anchor, fill up with water, fuel, ice,
Oil change.
and do an oil change. Spud's ambitious. Look at this, pretty turbulent at this inlet. There's a pretty good current coming out. That's good. Bloody Bay, Cayman Islands. Put the snubber on. Join us next time where we go to town, check out the sights, get some drinks, and wait out a storm before we continue north up to the Chesapeake Bay and the Potomac River.